What is the season of Lent? Or is it Lent? Well, welcome to the Barefoot Preacher. First of all, Lent is what you get out of your dryer. So we are in the season of Lent. Of L-E-N-T, not Lent. So it is the 40 days prior to Easter, and it commemorates the 40 days that Jesus spent in the desert while he was being tempted by the devil. And we read about that in a few places in the gospel. But in every way, Jesus did not sin. However, why do we then have the tradition that we give up something for Lent? Well, from what I've read, the tradition is that because Jesus gave up on food and water for his entire 40 days that he was being tempted, that we give up something in order to commemorate it or live somewhat like that. However, I would caution against this, and I've heard this from many people as well, that Jesus paid completely for our sins in his life's blood. So he gave up himself for us. That means that there's no thing that we can give up in order to make up for our sins. And so giving up of something for 40 days is not really anything that we need to do anymore, because Jesus gave it all. But the one thing that we do need to give up on is sin and temptation. So we read in Matthew that if our hand or our foot causes us to sin, that we should lop it off and throw it away from us, because it is better to enter life maimed or crippled than to enter life with 2 hands and 2 feet and be thrown into eternal fire. So what we do need to give up are any kind of temptations or things that will cause us to sin. So let's say that if you're tempted to look at, let's say, adult sites when you're alone, well, make it so that you don't have your cell phone with you at a time that you're alone. Or if you've had trouble with drinking of alcohol or something of that sort, never go to bars or kind of parties that would have drinking at it, and do anything what it takes to limit and to decrease any kind of temptation. And this is something that we can give up and is biblically commanded. So that's a quick update, but that is it for today's Barefoot Preacher. I'm sorry I did not get videos out last week, but hopefully I will get back into routine again. But until then, bye for now.